Hi guys, I love hummus and I have such a great recipe for the most perfect hummus. So the star of the show is always the onion that's going to give so much flavor to this hummus. It's going to be so incredible. So let's make some homemade hummus. That means it's working. I love onions, but I don't love this part when I'm crying. Okay, so we turn it on, olive oil, and then we start throwing it in the pan. Easy peasy, right? We're gonna caramelize these puppies. We're gonna throw in the garlic later on because we don't want it to burn, right? So it's always first the onions, caramelizing the onions, so you really get that flavor out. So here we are. Ooh, the onions are releasing aroma. Whoops! You fell. Now we chop up the garlic. We give it a pound, right? Rough cuts, rustic rough cuts. Nothing too small when we're chopping garlic. We want the garlic to get nice and brown. That is a trick, right? Allowing for that garlic to release its flavor. Super important. So the onions, here they go. They're starting to get brown, right? We want to start to caramelize them, right? And I may even just put like a little bit of sugar in it, just to release the sweetness of the onion and make the hummus taste delicious. My eyes are still watering. This seems to really get me today. Just some rough cuts here. Right, we don't want it to be too small, but again, it goes into the blender anyway, right? Because we're making hummus. But with this stove, I usually, it runs a little hot. So I really have to watch my garlic, because once the garlic burns, the whole dish is a disaster. So we've got to be careful and mindful of our beautiful garlic. And we need some white wine as we caramelize these onions. The wine just is the perfect amount of acidity for the onions. The onions love wine. Wine and onions go together, and we caramelize them with wine. Just adds such a beautiful flavor and fragrance. It's lovely. Try out some wine. Okay, so you can see they're browning, right? They're not ready yet, It needs a little more love. It needs more of a zhuzh. So we let it stay. We need to be patient when we're caramelizing the onions, right? It's so important, right? We're communicating with the ingredients, and we're allowing them to take their time to cook, so we can have that optimum flavor that we're looking for. Add a little bit more wine. Oh my gosh, that flavor is, and that aroma is like no other. Wow, and the flavor is going to be so good. So what happens here now is that the onion flavor now mixes with the olive oil, mixes with the wine, and this is what's going to flavor our hummus. They still need time, so let's just give them a couple more minutes. Okay, garlic has been added to this conversation here, and it's gonna start to brown ever so gently, ever so kindly, right? We don't want to rush the browning of our beautiful garlic. Go adding wine as you like, right? You can continue to add little drops of wine into the caramelized onions and garlic, and then just let it simmer and reduce. Oh, Okay, garbanzos are in the pot. I have to act quick here because it's time sensitive, but I have these beautiful peppers from Mama's yard. I'm so lucky to have them. So I'm just gonna put like a whole bunch, just like a whole one in there, right? Because I like it spicy. And we're gonna put some salt. And I feel adding salt like little bits at a time, right? I don't want to over salt. So a little less is better than a whole bunch. So let's keep going. Okay, here goes the water, right? Ooh, perfect. And we just want to cover the garbanzos just a little bit, right? And we're going to bring this to a boil. We're going to cover it, and we're going to let it cook really slow. And I'm going to reduce the water. So I'm going to do half lid or no lid at the very end so that a lot of the water evaporates, and that'll help our garbanzo to be nice and smooth. Yeah, we really want to be careful with the garlic, right? And some gentle patience, yeah. Enjoying cooking, enjoying that you get to create something with your hands coming from your heart. It's pretty special to cook a meal, whether it's for yourself or a whole big family. It's always a joy, right?